Very good Tuesday. Liked it. Thought the intensity was up. I thought the mindset was up for his attention to detail. Very physical practice. Got after each other good on good, but got a lot of work done against the scouts, and I just like the whole approach to practice and what we did again. And again, hopefully we can continue to take that to Saturdays. But this team has done a good job of preparing and having the mindset to come out and practice. Very proud of the way they did it again. Questions?
Jimbo, I heard you saying on your show last week that Jacob, the way they did the surgery, will be better for him long term.
Yeah, it is, because when you tear cartilage, the thing you can't replace in your knees is cartilage. They can fix ACLs and all that stuff. And in time, the cartilage grinding, which makes bone on bone, or they tore the cartilage. Well, sometimes it tears and you can't repair it, so you have to just clip it out and you lose it. Or there's a procedure when they do it, they can sew it back in there. But to do that, you have to be non-weight bearing for about 6 weeks and let it heal. But in the long term, he doesn't lose cartilage. So it's a longer healing process off the same injury. Just depends. Sometimes you can come back in a week and a half from that stuff after if they clip it, but it's better for him long term in the big picture. So they got to sew it and he got to keep the cartilage.
Was today the first day he was out here? We saw that.
Yeah, he has been. He had to look because the nerve damage in there and stuff, and just when his leg dangles, it bothers him a little bit. So it was the first time he's able to get back out here. It was great to see him back out here. Our guys, they give him a standing ovation when he walked in.
Was that pretty cool? Was that pretty cool?
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
I mean, they're happy to see him. He was a huge part of our team, and still is. I mean, they love him.
Did it seem like it was hard for him to be out here? I mean, just watching?
No, it really didn't. Once he got out here, I think it helped. You start seeing the smile. When everybody else was getting chewed on, he wasn't. It was fun.
Coach, was it helpful when you had the different offensive lineup in there during the Florida game, just for those guys to get the experience and to look back at the film in case something happened?
Oh, it does. I mean, and they knew exactly how we were going to do it, and that's the plan we had, and they jumped right into it and played. And we did it. We alternated all throughout the week at different scenarios with guys down, and give them reps when we go good on good, and rotate those guys. So it was very critical for us to be able to do that, and they did a nice job of it.
Not really surprised, but Jameis was named the ACC Rookie of the Year and Offensive Rookie of the Year. I assume you think that's pretty well deserved.
Yeah, I do. I mean, there's a lot of other great players out there that are deserving too, but I mean, I don't know if anyone deserves any more than he did. The year he's had and what he's done, very happy for him, and I'm proud of those guys that play team first. It's amazing how they get those rewards back.
When you first decided to go with Jeremy, how long did you think it would take the defense to catch on to his system? Like even before you met with the players?
I thought when his system and the coaches he got in here are very good teachers, and I thought they've done a good job. And you don't ever know, but I didn't think it would take as long as a lot of people thought it would. And we talked about it, and Jeremy felt very good about how he was presenting it. And again, we have a lot of guys I think are very intelligent guys. They learn very well. And I think that's critical when we try to look for that in recruiting. But they've done not only the players done a good job, Jeremy and them have had presented it to them to be able to learn. It's been very good. You don't ever put a timetable on it. You just got to kind of go by feel.
Kind of neat having Coach Osborne out here today.
Oh, it really was. I mean, one of the icons and great coaches of all time. And ask him if he had any advice. Now he's been a lot of these runs. You know what I mean? But no, he was very, very complimentary and very guy, and to me, one of the true gentlemen of college football history.
Did he talk to the team at all?
No, he didn't. We were already in practice.
In your opinion, you're a college football fan. His 95 team, is that one of the best or the best that you've seen?
That was a pretty salty team there.
Yeah.
Had it physical, could run it, could make plays. And I mean, even though they didn't throw it as well, they could throw it. But I mean, they had so many dimensions in the running game, and Frazier ran that option so well, and big guys and big backs. I mean, that was a truly great football team. There's no doubt. Hey, the other two won next year. Think about how long people got on that guy. I want to go back to something. He never won less than 9, but he went 20-some years. Couldn't win a big game. Can't win this. Had one of the best teams of all time in '83. Didn't win it. Oh, Lord. Well, they just kept plugging along. Now, all of a sudden, he had 3 national championships and things worked out.
Yeah.
It's amazing when you have patience.
Did the same thing with LA, right?
I mean, and in today's time, that's a hard. I know I'm not jumping. It's just amazing, though. Guys like that today, how long do they make it? I mean, now, was the guy phenomenal? Yes. I'm just saying it's amazing how times have changed. And he was one of the truly great coaches of all time.
Talked about Pruitt's system and the way that they've adapted to it. Getting Christian and LaMarcus to come back and be sort of the leaders and veteran guys on the defense this year, how much has that helped?
Good. And Telvin's been the one.
Right.
Christian, LaMarcus have been a tremendous leader. Christian and Telvin have been tremendous in leading in the knowledge. It's funny, Telvin picked it up so fast and translated it to everybody. It was amazing how he did that. But those guys were all critical. All those seniors coming back were very critical.
And I mean, you've got, obviously, you recruit guys that are versatile, and you've talked a lot about that, but those are two guys who are in much different roles than they were a year ago that came back as seniors to play those different roles, and it's fit with what Jeremy wants to do quite well.
Oh, exactly. And that's what I told him when I knew when I had this conversation with him. I knew what they were capable of, and that's why one of the reasons I wanted to bring Jeremy in, because of his versatility and his system to be able to utilize guys that way. And they bought in and believed in what we were talking about. It was very critical.